Get the fuck away from that, out of the range of that damn building.
Please, Jared.
Take the shit for me. Damn, that shit in the big. Oh, I can see the smoke. I can see the smoke hitting the rocks. Hell yeah, them arms aiming over here for us. They is, because we war with him all the time. I see the smoke in the building. I see it. All right, Daddy, I want to be right here. Cedric for y'all. Green. One of the last buildings. Y'all hear the shots? Like that. Everywhere. What? No, I want to be right here with it 12 o'clock. I want to eat all the together for here. This is what I got over here for, okay? Live action. Happy New Year's, everybody. All the streets are blocked off. Happy New Year. Go in the house. No, I want to see it. Go in the house. House, I don't want to. What I'm shopping.
I want to see this, bro. You with your love. Yes.
Wait for it to this, boy.
Hello YouTube, hello the world. This is my video response to the Larry King special they had on CNN a few nights ago on gang violence.
Either they don't know, don't show, or don't care about what's going on in the hood.
We're never gonna just completely stop gang violence. That's like asking a soldier not to be a soldier. Too many people have died, too many people have went to prison for the rest of their lives devoted to their gangs. You're never going to end it. That's like the president saying he's no longer the president of America. He's not an American anymore. I mean, it's not going to happen. What we can do is educate the youth and try to get gangs to respect each other. If gangs respected each other, there would be a lot less killing. If there were more jobs, if there were more community centers, more commercials saying not to join gangs, and people put more effort into it, you can control it to a maximum, to a minimum, and you can also educate the youth so the next generation doesn't come up as this generation is coming up, which is the aftermath of Martin Luther King movement, slavery. I mean, this is basically what's left when you get through shaking looking for gold. This is what's left. It's a lot of poor communities. It's like, I mean, a lot of people look bad on gang members. I mean, because you're a gang member, that means you have no respect for human life. You have no morals or anything like that. Well, that's not necessarily true. They're just everyday people like me and you who had to adapt to our surroundings. In my case, for instance. Say, for instance, story I thought of, and it sticks with me most. You take a deer walking through a jungle or whatnot, and deer stumbles upon a den of lions. If that deer had one wish and he could turn himself to a lion to fight, would he do it or would he not do it? If you adapt to your surroundings to survive, and the ghettos are just poverty, what we need to do, and what I'm trying to do, is to show how my community made a change. How I grew up in one of the most notorious projects in the United States. I grew up in two of the most notorious projects in the United States. And here in Chicago, what they did was start tearing them down and rebuilding mixed income housing, which is poor and mixed in together, instead of having just all these poor, low-income communities together. But to do that, the people have to want to move to these communities, and the only way they're going to want to move to these communities is if there's peace. If they're not going to move to a community that's shooting and killing every day, and majority of the shooting and killing every day is just done because people don't respect each other. I'm not saying to stop gang violence, that you can't stop gang violence, but if we can convince people to respect each other, then you can have peace. And I'm living proof of it. My neighborhood is living proof of it. I come from the Breed Green Housing Project, and like 10 years ago, a 6-year-old boy was killed walking to school with his mother. That sparked the gang truce in our community. 10 years later, the whole community is not even the same anymore. It's rich and poor mixed together, and the murder rate is drastically, crime rate, everything has drastically went down. And this is like a message I want to spread across the United States. And people keep asking, what could we do? A lot of people don't even think it's an issue because you're stuck in your own surroundings. And this is like far vast from your mind, except for what you see on TV. But this is real to me and millions of other people like me. And it's just a shame how we invested all this time and money. And I mean, I support our Iraqi troops, but I mean, that's a lot of time and money and death. When we have our own homeland situation that's going on here, we can put half that amount of money and time into what's going on here. Would the world not be a better place? You need housing. You need somewhere for people that's in these situations to go, a safe house, a safe haven for people. I mean, you can't just, for the people that don't want to be in the gang anymore, I mean, chances are you can't just get out like that. It's not that simple. And you also have to remember that gangs have a love amongst each other like troops do in the Iraq war. They've been to war together. These people trust each other with each other's lives. They save lives and risk lives together. It's like a bond that grows between the gangs when you have been through so much together. It's like it is, like a family. You can't just break up that family. But we can try to change the way of thinking. You see places to go to for help if you're on drugs. You see places to go to help if you're homeless, if you don't have food, for unemployment. You need places to go for, for staying out of gang, for getting out of that situation. You need, people don't know what to do. A lot of these people don't want to be there. They don't want to be in the position that they're in, but it's all they know. Like in Chicago. Chicago is real segregated. You have Chinese live here, Mexicans live here, blacks here, whites there. Chicago is very segregated. And a lot of people that's from the inner city neighborhoods don't ever leave their neighborhood. Our community, I can't believe how long it took for them to even look at our community, because we were surrounded by the rich. We were surrounded by the Gold Coast, where Oprah Winfrey lived. And the rich area of Chicago was like right at our back door, and it would block off the streets at times, especially like New Year's. If you can watch my other videos with all the shootings, they block off the streets so the rich won't come down our blocks and get shot at. There's been times where the police can't even go in the buildings to arrest people, or the paramedics can't even go in to save people. It was ruthless. And our neighborhood changed. A Peachtree changed our neighborhood. And I want to set an example for other people across the United States, because the Peachtree gave people a chance to think about their lives. It gave them a chance to reevaluate their lives. You no longer, I mean, going to school every day was like a battle. It was like planning out your battle, because we went to a school that was in another neighborhood, in another gang area. So every day going to school was a battle. How can you sit up there and do homework and pay attention to school and try to learn something, do something for yourself when you're trying to figure out what you're going to eat that day? If you eat, are you going to get shot that day? What's going to happen when you leave school? What's going to happen on your way going home from school? And so on and so on. What's going to happen when you go to the store? Drive-bys, shootings. It's crazy. You don't have time to, how can you focus? I mean, when you're caught up in this lifestyle, it's a fast life. It's exactly what they say it is, any rap or whatever, it's a fast life. Time goes by. You don't realize how your family's growing up and the world is changing around you, and you're really missing you're missing out on life. I sold drugs all my life, and I regret it to this day. I missed out on my life. I missed my kids growing up. I missed my brothers and sisters growing up. I missed spending time with my family. I was so caught up in that circle. And there's thousands and millions of other people like me that need a chance to sit back and think about their lives and what is it that they're really out here dying for? What is it that you really out here killing for? My neighborhood did it, and I feel it's a story that needs to be told to the world. YouTube has opened a lot of doors for people to communicate and rally together. It's like YouTube is going to be, it's like a force behind YouTube that's really changing the market. Well, what brings me here to YouTube, I've written a script called My Block and entered it into the Sundance Feature Film Program. And on their website it said that they're looking for
Sundance website. The Sundance Documentary Fund makes grants in support of U.S. and international documentary films focused on current issues and movements in contemporary human rights, freedom of expression, social justice, and civil liberties. In supporting significant, compelling stories, the Documentary Fund aims to raise public consciousness about human rights abuses and restrictions of civil liberties, inspire lively, ongoing debate, and promote the diverse exchange of ideas crucial to developing an open society. Email to me from Sundance. Dear Ronald, thanks so much for submitting My Block to the January Screenwriters Lab. With regrets, I am writing to let you know that we did not select your project for the 2007 Feature Film Program Labs. The selection process was incredibly competitive. We received a higher number of applications this year than ever before. Despite the wealth of original and intriguing material submitted, we had to be extremely selective about requesting the screenplays we feel were the best fit for the program. We feel were the best fit for the program.
Whatever. And when they rejected me, I felt like, so they're saying that this isn't a life-changing situation. This has nothing to do with the world. But I feel that Sundance is they're like YouTube in a sense. They're independent from the film industry. I feel we can open a whole new door. I'm here on YouTube in hopes that I can re-enter the Sundance, to re-enter the Sundance feature film project or documentary, with this time being able to come to them showing that YouTube thinks that this is a world issue. I want the bagging of YouTube behind me so we can open doors, not only for me, but that will open doors for the hundreds, thousands of other people, such as SMP Films. They're opening doors for the cable network station here. People should support them. We need to support our YouTubers. Like I said, this is not only just a community now, it is a world with many communities in it. And us together be a real backbone to a lot. YouTube is a force. And I feel, I pray that people subscribe to me. I'm showing them that there is a force behind me that thinks differently, that this is something that needs to be shown in her, because the people that I'm trying to reach out to are really not the YouTube community, because majority of the people that need to see this are the people that are out on the streets, that are not on the internet every day, such as we are. I'm hoping you guys will see that I'm sincere, and I'm going to keep knocking on your guys' door, emails, videos, everything, until people take me serious. Because I'm not going to sit back and let this happen. And I will build a YouTube force behind me. I don't care how long it takes. I'll be there.
I really is the Lord still cares for a niggas on welfare. And he cares if he survive. The only time he notice a nigga is when he's clutching on the 4-5. My neighborhood is the same, cause all the little babies going crazy, all they suffering in the game. And I swear it's like a trap, but I ain't giving up on the hood. It's all good when I go back. Oh, show me love, niggas give me props. Forever hot.